Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be discussing Turbo's price action. How well it held against other meme coins. Where do I see it falling and the future of Turbo, right? So without further ado, let's just jump right into it, right? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, there is no new news. However, there was something I want to talk about, which is true. I tweeted this and even Turbo has replied. When we go to my comments, we can see that I said we are holding better than literally 98% of alts right now. Turbo on top. And Turbo replied, indeed. And that is literally true. Okay. That is literally true. You guys didn't know. I'm sure you guys knew, big crashes recently, right? We see big crashes. You can even see it right over here on the right side. Some altcoins are going down right now. Radium's getting absolutely destroyed because Pump Fund might create their own liquidity pool. So that's when fundamental news is important, people. Okay. This is why, you still have to respect fundamental news. I love the charts the most, right? I've always have, especially that, I've been trading Forex gold for a very long time, etc. But fundamental news is important for coins. Because something like Pump Fund, right? Look what happened. They were just at all the way here back in the end of January, a month ago, sitting at 850, and now they're down here. Obviously, there was some certain price action, whatever, and then the whole Pump Fund news came out, and then the coin got pretty much destroyed in price, 50% in price, just like that, right? So sometimes the fundamental news are important. But look, we can see, right? When I go to other coins, they've crashed a decent amount. You got to remember, these are also utility coins, right? These are coins that, institutions don't mind pouring more money into, something like Ondo and Dia and XTC and etc., right? And look, yes, Turbo did go down, but you got to remember, you have to realize that this price action over here, actually, ladies and gentlemen, this was when when Bitcoin went from 92,000 to $86,000. Okay. So Bitcoin dropped $6,000 and Turbo barely budged. Okay. Turbo barely budged. That is, that is the most fantastic sign. First of all, meme coins, they always, and I mean always, drop more than other altcoins. If Bitcoin were to drop 2%, you could probably, think your average altcoin is going to drop 3.5 to 4%. And then meme coins usually drop like 6. Okay. The fact that Turbo barely dropped compared to other meme coins and other coins in general just shows how stable it is and how many diamond hands we have, and how big of the support is going to hold well. Like when we look over here, right, we are at a big support. This is actually a very, very important area, because if we do start falling below it and we start closing, then we are in trouble. Some people might say, well, it did dump. Guys, listen, look, this price action over here, right? This was the pullback from when Bitcoin went from like 97, 96 to 92. But then from 92 to 86, we barely budged. So, we just held the line. We haven't even swept this weekly candle yet, right? This weekly candle was the one that pretty much was the liquidity sweep for all the other previous candles. And for me, we still have to see how the weekly closes, because this is the February month candles also. So we have to see how everything closes. I am still optimistic. I do believe Bitcoin should be dropping in price as we speak right now. Yep, we are. Because I saw this price action was already here. Like 1 or 2 hours ago was 8 o'clock. I saw the 8 o'clock. Yeah. So we are dropping in price, and Turbo is still holding. I expect Bitcoin at this point to go to levels of oof, below 85K. That's all I could say at this current moment. The structure, right? The structure does not lie for Bitcoin. So I do expect Bitcoin to be going lower. And we can see though, Bitcoin has gone down roughly $3,000 in the last 4 hours. And that is let's see, that is a 3.5% drop almost. And we have something like Turbo that has barely moved, right? Turbo has dropped 5% in the last 12 hours. Okay, but if we count the last 4-hour candles, which is when Bitcoin started to drop, we dropped less than Bitcoin. We are dropping less than Bitcoin. So, Bitcoin, um, yeah, Bitcoin's having its own issues right now. I wouldn't call it issues. There's things are happening with Bitcoin. We are getting some type of retracements. I do believe that this may be the final liquidity sweep. We'll have to see, right? When I make these videos, I give you certain zones, but I look for confirmation in the moment, right? Like it's just like how I knew, I had a buy order. We got put in the buy order roughly at 92,000. It was starting to go up in profit. And I was like, yeah, this is going to start reversing even more. And guess what? I woke up the next morning, 86,000. And then again, same thing here. I'm like, this is not looking convincing at all based off price action. We're going to drop more. And, the bias hasn't changed. So I believe once we sweep the last daily candle, there's a great chance for it to start reversing and we start going to upside. But I would have to see some type of confirmation to confirm that. Okay. And the reason why I'm telling you this on a turbo video is because, even though Bitcoin's going down more than turbo, this is still important for turbo because we do, generally speaking, want to see another leg up so that we can have a harder pump for altcoin season. Okay. That is why this information is very, very relevant. So, right, let's go back to turbo. Let's go to its price action and let's just talk about a few things. So, here's the deal, people, right? Here's the deal. Obviously, at this point, we all just want things to start reversing. Usually, historically, February is the worst month. I will say these two monthly candles look absolutely diabolical in terms of how much selling pressure there was. I don't think people think altcoin season is canceled. They may or may not be like right, or we'll see. We'll see. I don't think it's canceled necessarily. I don't think it's canceled necessarily because it would be kind of weird if it never happened. The thing is, people, there have been so many crashes throughout history. I'm actually gonna show you in just 1 second, right, how much crashes there have been. Um, we actually have this from Plan B, which Plan B, he's the one that created the Bitcoin thing. We could see that there has been multiple, like up to 40% crashes on Bitcoin while going up, right? In an uptrend, we have crashed multiple times. Okay. And sure, the price was lower, so it's easier to crash. But think about it, even like a 20% crash on Bitcoin, 25% crash, this is going to shake out the markets multiple times. Everyone's going to think it's over. We could see, look, when things go down, right? People always think it's over. Definitely over here when there was a big red candle that went down, people thought it's over, and guess what? The next weekly candle was a whole recovery. So, things look bad now, but the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we have to be looking at the future. And in terms of Turbo's price action, we are slowing down. We are pretty much stalemating. We are pretty much starting to go sideways, even though Bitcoin is dumping. So, very, very good signs for Turbo in terms of reversals. We will see how the weekly closes. We'll see how the monthly closes, and then we will have to make a decision on what is going to happen. I'm holding my bag no matter what because I'm in it to ride or die. And that's pretty much it from me. There was not too much news today. There's some things I just want to talk about, some things I wanted to point out, and hopefully you guys are doing mentally well, even though things are going down. I know I'm doing mentally well. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.